Hello. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Hello, hello. I don't know if anyone's here with me yet, but if you are joining me later, hello. Happy Sunday to you. Today is Sunday, October 26th. I've got a little bit of kind of spooky ish Halloween music, but this is not a Halloween themed live stream. Don't you worry. But yes, so if you are here with me, I apologize. I'm about 2, 3 minutes late. Yeah, it's already been a special morning. So some pet messes to clean up here in this house sit. So I apologize for that I'm late. But I am happy that I'm here with you now, and I'm happy that we can join each other on this Sunday morning and get our weeks. I can't talk. Get our weeks right. Get the week started off in a good positive direction. So anyway, my name is Alecia Lott. This is my channel. This is what I do every Sunday, or most Sundays. I didn't do it last Sunday. But yes, this is our time to set aside time to be in our journals and get our weeks ready. Think about how last week went. Think about how we want to go forward into this coming week. And yeah, just start to get some things on paper, get our thoughts together and just hang out, be with some other journaling nerds. So please forgive me. Yes, I am in a new city. I'm house sitting. I'm in Sacramento, California right now, and I'm still getting used to being in a new environment and being on West Coast time. It's so funny because I know I have some regular people who join me for my live streams, and they're like, "When are you gonna do a West Coast time live stream so I don't have to get up at 7 in the morning to watch you live?" And I was like, "I'm sorry, I'm on the East Coast. I don't know. So 10 a.m. East Coast time is all right by me." And now I understand. It's very painful. So I'll see what I can do. I don't know how it will be when I get back to Cincinnati, which will happen the second or third week of November, before Thanksgiving. So anyway, if you're here with me, say hello in the chat. I'm so happy to have my crew with me always, and to just have people around that we can discuss how the week went and just be together and give ourselves this time to reflect and to plan and be more focused. Hopefully, we'll see. So, all right. So yes, last week, as I've written here, is in the rear view mirror. We can learn and reflect from last week, but if it was not a good week for you, mine didn't end so well at my new job, but that's okay. So I can just say, I've learned some things, growing, all of that, and it's behind me now, and we can go forward. So I hope that maybe gives you some comfort if it was not a good week for you. All right, so in this video, if you have not joined me before, what I do this first half of our 2-hour live stream, I'm going to give us some questions to think about to help us plan, help us put some things down on paper. And then our second half, I will have a little 10-minute break, set up my camera and stuff. Second half, I am going to set up my weekly spread in my bullet journal, which looks a little something like, oh, where is it? Post it. Looks something like that. So I will set that up, and while I'm setting that up, I will continue to give you more questions that'll be more focused on your inner feelings and growth and all of that. And so you can either answer those questions, or you can set up your weekly spread in your journal, or whatever you like. It's your show. I can't see what you're doing. All right. So now, okay. So we have some people in the chat. I would love it if you would say hello. Let me know how your week was. If you want to write something out, you can, of course, or if you would just like to share an emoji with me and just we can just kind of guess how your week was through those emojis. So that's sometimes you don't feel like using your words, so I understand that. But yeah, that way we can share, we can commiserate, we can congratulate, all of that together. So yeah, feel free, leave me an emoji. I would say my how did last week go? I would say I'll give it a thumbs up. Overall, I think it didn't end so well, but I would say overall it was a good week. I got a lot done. I am feeling better physically. I'm exercising, all of that. So good, good, good. All right. So do that if you would please leave me an emoji. And I want to ask you all, what was your biggest win in the past week? What is something that you're really proud of yourself for that you just feel merits celebration in some way? And it doesn't have to be something huge, huge. It could be just maybe I said no to someone who asked me for a favor. Maybe I didn't eat that additional slice of pizza, or I didn't eat the whole pizza like someone did last night. Maybe I managed to put some away. uh, maybe I actually exercised when I said I was going to, or I asked someone to do me a favor and take care of me. So, what are things that you did last week? What is your biggest win? And also, what is something that didn't go so great last week? I think I have already mentioned that I had some things. So, what are some things that, could have gone better, whether that was under your control or not? What are some things that you can think of and maybe learn from? So, feel free to share that in the chat if you like, or if you're joining me later, feel free to share in the comments and we can sometimes you just need a shoulder to cry on if it was not such a great week. So we're here for you, we're the crew. All right. Okay, so share that in the chat or leave me a comment. And I'm going to move on here. Ah, yes. It is so weird. It is 10 after. How do you California people do this? It is 10 minutes after 7 in the morning. All right. So, what I'm going to do now, I would like for you to do in your journals to do a 10-minute brain dump. And what I mean by that is simply just take your pen, take your journal, and I just want you to write it out for 10 solid minutes. And I usually when we say brain dump, we mean just whatever comes to your mind. But in this sense, I do want it to be a little bit more focused on what you intend to do in the coming week. So yeah, think of things that you need to accomplish, you need to take care of, bills you have to pay, people you have to call. Just get it all out of your mind. It's probably floating around up in there, and just do that for 10 minutes and we are going to get it out and then we can organize it from there. All right, so I'm going to set a timer. Yes. Okay. And give me a moment because my timer is not set up right. All right. 10 minutes. I feel like if I sing, the time goes faster or something. I don't know. All right. There we go. And we want our timer. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to give us 10 minutes to brain dump. All right. And while you're doing that, I'm going to get my notebook and I will brain dump with you. I just have to find my notebook. I see it. Okay, you have a minute and 15 seconds in order to get your last thoughts on paper here during our 10-minute brain dump. Yes. Yeesh. All right, guys, very good. We survived those 10 minutes. And here, I'm gonna just get rid of this for a second. Ah. All right. Yeah, so we have survived our 10-minute brain dump, and we are going to move on here. But yes, am having some sound microphone issues. So if you have trouble hearing me at all, please just let me know in the chat at any point because of course, I would like you to be able to hear me. You're here, right? All right. So anyway, y'all, I see the chat is starting to come alive. I love to see it. So yes, all right. Buenos dias. Buenos dias, Néstor. Sí, me da gusto verte aquí. Gracias por estar aquí, como siempre. Y sí, buen domingo. Hoy es domingo. Gracias. I see Miss Ellen. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for saying hello to us and just bringing us all of your happiness and warmth. All right, we're happy. Oh, good. Okay, I get nervous that you all can't hear me. Yay! Hola, hello, everyone. I'm so happy you are here. And yeah, I hope that 10-minute brain dump gave you some things to think about. I always think of just at least one thing that I had been swimming up in my mind, but then I never actually get to it until I write it down and then find a time and place to do that thing. So it's always helpful in some way or another. So I'm happy. I hope that helps you out. All right, I'm going to take this off. You can hear me. Okay, boop, boop, boop. All right, so let's get into some just really more focused planning and thinking about our coming week. All right, so I like this concept of thinking about, you're sitting and I use Friday. I know, not everyone works Monday through Friday, whatever your Friday is. The last day of work day, and you're done with work, if you work, that is, and you're just thinking about the week and how it went. And I want you to think of at least three things that you would like to have accomplished by that point in the week. So yes, all right. So I gave you some suggestions here. These are not necessarily things that, it could be whatever, but I wanted to be at least three. So as a suggestion, I put one step toward my dream, one good thing at home or with your family, whichever, with your cat, I don't know, and then one healthy thing for myself. All right, so I want us to think about that for 5 minutes. Think about these three things. You're sitting there in your house having a margarita and reflecting back on how well you did over the week. All right, so 5 minutes. Oops. What are we doing? What are we doing? We do. No. There we go. 5. Okay, we have about 40 seconds left. What are your 3 to 5 things? I said 3. Good. Very good. Very good. Yes. So I hope, and I was changing the music a little bit. There was a Halloween theme that I had going for a minute, so it was not working for me, so I had to change it. I'm sorry. So I apologize for those abrupt changes there. But I hope that that time gave you a little bit of clarity on how you intend to feel at the end of this week and what you hope to have accomplished when you look back and you're proud. Yes. So thank you all so much for joining me and just hanging out in the chat with me. And I hope it was a good week I see Ellen, I see Mr. Nestor. I hope it was a good week for both of you. I hope, if you feel like letting me know in the chat, like, how was it? Like, did you survive? You survived the week. Did you thrive? Did you do something really well? Did you, maybe there's an accomplishment that you have that you're really proud of, or maybe it just was that you just got through it unscathed. Sometimes it's that way as well. So feel free to, this is our safe space to discuss those things. Yes. And also let us know what your three things were that you intend to have done by the end of this week. Yeah, do you intend to do like something really big toward a dream that you have? Or would you like to maybe do something healthy and nice for yourself, either physically or mentally? At last 2 weeks ago, I talked about treating your body as a temple and how that how you could do that, maybe eating better or exercising or reducing stress, whatever, you know what I'm saying. All right, yes, so okay, I'm moving on. All right, so now I'm going to give us 5 more minutes to think about what are the hurdles that have blocked me from doing these three things that we've looked at. What are the hurdles that have blocked me from doing those things before, and how will I avoid them in the future? So yes, thinking about those, thinking about what stopped you, what kept you from accomplishing those things. Also, how will I celebrate after I finish all of them? Will I have a margarita? Will I go to a movie? Yes. Will I take a nap? I'm probably gonna do that later. All right. Hey, okay, I see some chattiness here. All right. So, Ellen, yes. Oh, I haven't been putting your chats up on the screen. I'm a terrible hostess. Yes. But Ellen, she has started taking some vitamins or restarted taking vitamins. Ooh, all right. Which one do you take? Which ones do you take, if I may ask? Are there any ones that you recommend? Because I have a small pile. I don't know if you can actually be addicted to vitamins, but I really do like them. So let me know in the chat. All right. Very good. So I'm going to give us a few minutes here. And I want to put up your little shout outs here too. Yes. Buenos dias. Buenos dias. Buen dia. Okay. Yes. Hello, Ellen. All right. Very good. Okay. So, hey, but your mama. All right. She's in the house. Yes. Very good. So we are thinking about um, things that we did. Well, we're kind of discussing everything. What did we do last week? And what hurdles have potentially kept us from doing things that we would like to do, that what am I saying? What hurdles have kept us in the past from doing the things that we want to do? So I want us to think about that. All right. So let me give us 5 minutes. Where am I looking? My timer just like disappears after I use it. If it's not actively counting down, it just disappears. Okay, 5 minutes. Okay, we have 50, almost, there we go, seconds left in our 5 minutes of thinking about hurdles that have blocked us from doing our things and how we will celebrate after doing our things. Hmm. Mhm. Yes, we have survived those 5 minutes. Look at that. All right. Yes. Okay, we got some good comments here. Oh, I don't. Yeah. So Miss Ellen was telling us that she has restarted taking vitamins, uh, and that's something good that she started to do for herself, which I just love. Yes. And okay, so B complex. I have also started to take B complex. I want to say maybe last week, the week before, and I think so far I feel more energetic. You may not know it to look at me right now. But I'm powering through. Yes. But yeah, I think B complex is going. So I hope you're feeling that energy, feeling feeling good. So yes, as something I think that probably we don't get enough of in our diets. I don't know. So I applaud you, madam, for taking some vitamins, doing your thing. So yes, all right, and let us know how that goes too, since you recently restarted taking them. If it's something that's helping you out, we like to know. Yeah. All right. Very very good. Okay, and yes, Miss Ellen. Hello. Hello, Miss Budgeting Mama. All right. Wait, she says, how do I highlight someone's name? Like this? Like when I put the person's name up on the screen? Is that, I'm not sure. Okay, so, yes. Okay, so when I have someone's name up on the screen right here, or do you mean on YouTube? Because I'm using streaming software, so I can't even see what YouTube's doing, which has caused problems for me in the past. So, I don't know if I recommend it, but yes, this is what I got. But yes, okay. Let me know that, budgeting mama, what you mean there, because I'm not sure. But and then I can tell you. But in my budgeting, or in my budgeting, in my streaming software, there's a thing and it says show the person's message, and then you put it up on the screen, boop, boop, like that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we'll find out. All right. Medals. Yes. She is here. There is no such thing as late. I was late. Yeah, I started this live stream probably about 3 minutes late, so it's all good. It's all good. Point is, you're here. Yep. You're working it out. You're here. We're gonna get some more journaling done. I'm glad to see your present face virtually. You know what I'm saying? All right. So, yes. I'm so happy to see you all, and that you have joined me. If you are on the West Coast, if you have joined me in the morning, because yeah, I don't know if you noticed when I started this live stream, it was dark outside, and now it is not dark. All right. I need to go back to bed. Anyway, y'all. Okay, moving on. All right. So on the YouTube comments, what? Okay, so I'm gonna say, all right, do you mean I need to look at YouTube and see something? Because now I must know. Okay. And then can I do that? All right. I know I'm getting off on a little bit of a tangent here, and I hope y'all just bear with me just a moment because I need to know. Okay, so I'll just end up messing up the whole live stream. Okay, I think what might be happening is when I either star a comment on my thing, I put a little star, like when I have the host thing, and it says, okay, if you can't hear me, that comment, yes, I think so. All right. So, all right. Anyway, you guys, thank you for bearing with me while I look that up. All right. Moving on. Where was I? Yes. Okay. My YouTube name is highlighted in the comments when someone tags me or uses the @ function. See, that's why Meadows is so helpful. Thank you. Yeah. All right. So when and I have this live stream, but honestly, I don't attend that many live streams. So yes, I didn't quite know, but yes, if you tag someone using the @ function, and then their name will pop up, and the names, I believe the names of the other chat participants, and then you select it. I believe that's how it works, and that is what gives you the highlight of that person's name, I think. So thank you, Megals, because I didn't know. But yes, that is very helpful to know from the live stream participant viewer point of view. Thank you. All right. Anyway, you guys, I'm sorry. Okay, so all right, and then what do we got here in the chat? I'm just going through these chats here. Okay, that is right, Ellen, and that is a good thing to keep in mind for those of you joining us from the US. We only have we have a week, and then next week we will switch and we will be done with daylight savings time. As a tutor, when I was a tutor, that used to mess me up so much because I would be speaking with people from other countries virtually, and then it's like, well, my time changed, their time's the same, but then we have to like figure out what time we're actually meeting now. So if you're in a similar situation where you're speaking with people internationally, maybe that's something to plan for and start to communicate with people if you haven't already. So all right, I'm saying a lot. Okay, anyway, we're gonna move on. Our next journaling are gonna be, what small steps or step, maybe just one, can I take tomorrow to get started on the previous things that we have discussed? All right, our 3 things. Okay, my suggested things were your home, your dream, yourself, but they can be whatever. I'm not judging you. Okay, so 3 things, or excuse me, small steps that you can take tomorrow to get started with those things. 6 is going to be, what events, appointments, or trips do I have planned next or this coming week? Because I always want to make sure that I'm ready for that. And how can I prepare for those things? Do I need to have change for parking? It's always parking for me, and I don't even have a car. That's why, because when I do have to drive somewhere, I just completely don't know what to do. Do I need to make sure that my clothes are clean? Do I need to pack? Things like that. And then, yes, all right. And then, what is an uncomfortable conversation I need to have this week? So I wanted to put that. Yeah, just think about something. Maybe you need to tell somebody. Maybe you need to say no. Somebody asks you to do something. You're like, no, I don't want to do that. Maybe you need to call someone out if they are not treating you well, and you need to say something to them about that. So there are all sorts of things where it might be just uncomfortable and you want to mentally prepare. So what do you need to do? All right. Okay, yes, yes, we are here to help each other, and thank you for asking the question because I didn't know, and thank you for coming together and answering that. I appreciate you all. So yes, okay, so we are going to move into our journaling prompts, and I am going to give us some time to think about that. Ah, the timer. Stop. Ah, there we go. Ah. Okay, bye, y'all. Okay, we have a minute and 33 seconds. All right. Very good. I'm still writing. Ah, there we go. Yes. All right. Another 5 minutes there. We're getting there. We're doing it. We're making these plans. But, it's going to be an amazing week. It's going to be beautiful. Okay. So, yeah, think about what is one small step that maybe some of you are going to take tomorrow to get started on your weekly 3 things, your big goals for this week. Leave me a chat if you want. Let me know. I'm here to give you a high five. I'm here to clink the virtual margaritas with you. Okay, we're gonna figure this out. Or yes, what events or appointments or trips do you have planned that you're gonna get ready for? And what are those uncomfortable conversations that you need to have? You can't just send it in a text or an email, which is what my natural thing is always to want to do. All right. So now we have another set of journaling prompts. And yes, we still have, I want to make sure we have time for our second half. So yeah, we should be good. All right. What are my what did I write? Okay. What are my plans? That should be what are my plans for high focus or boring tasks? And how can I make sure they are done? I'm going to write that actually for number 8. So yes, what do you intend to do if you have a task that you need to do where you just need to not talk to anybody, focus? Or just if it's something boring like taxes or something, what are you gonna do? Number 9 is what's the one thing I've been avoiding that I can take a small step toward this week? So you know what that is. You know that one thing that's just on the to-do list and you keep rolling it over to the next day and the next week, and it just never gets done. And it's something that you have to do. You can't just decide not to do it. Like you have to do it. So, otherwise I would just say don't do it. But yeah, what is that thing? And then, yeah, how has the month of October been? We're getting into the end of this month. Also, I wanted to ask you guys if you had any plans for Halloween, if you celebrate Halloween. I really don't do much of anything. I'll eat some candy. But yes, if you have any plans, if you have a costume that you're going to wear. So yeah, I want to know. Let me know in the chat. Yes. So yes, we want to make sure that we celebrate Halloween with some candy. All right. So I'm gonna actually go ahead and write this question in the chat so that way if anyone misses it, we don't want anyone to not know what it says. And then I will give you another 5 minutes. Okay, what are my plans for high focus text? Look at us doing this live television, y'all. Yeah, I said television. There we go. All right, I will give you 5 minutes. Oh, baby, I put melon and put it for secret. That is all time. Okay, so yes. All right. So now, hopefully, we have good feelings about the month of October. I think it was a good month. I don't know. Personally, I'll give it maybe a 8 out of 10. I don't. That seems high. But maybe like 8.5 or 7. I don't know. Numbers. 7. I'll say 7. Yeah. And then before our 5 minutes, or just as I was setting the timer for the 5 minutes, I saw Megals. Yes, okay. Ah, so she's gonna be a bumblebee for Halloween. That is so cute. Okay, so that is a very cute costume. I'm picturing it. I love it. And only plans are gonna hand out candy and go to bed early because gotta get it. Yeah. Why is Halloween? Why is Halloween on a weekday? Why? I feel like maybe we should just not have it on the 31st and we just move it so that way it's always on a weekend. I don't know. Something. We need to work that out. But yeah, so that sounds like an excellent plan. I love it. You're getting to still make the kids happy, dress up, and then make sure that you're getting your rest too. So very good, very good. All right. That's been so cute. So yes, I hope we have some more thoughts about how we will handle those high focus and boring things, and thinking about the things that we've been avoiding and how we can. I put take a step toward, but I mean, I should also put delegate because yeah, like maybe someone else could do it. I mean, it still has to get done, but that doesn't mean you have to do it, right? So yeah, if it's something that you've been putting off for so long, maybe it's because you feel uncertain as to how to do it, or you know that it's going to take you forever, and you could give it to somebody else and they could have it done in 5 minutes. So that's something else to think about. And I think I will add that to my slide next week. And then, yes, thinking about those times when you need to focus and how you can get that focus time. All right, you guys. Okay, we're moving on. All right. So now, how would you change your answer? Given all those things that we think about, how would you change your answer to question number one? And here again is question number one. By the end of my week, my work week, whether that's Friday or Tuesday, whatever, I will have done 3 things. And I gave you some suggestions here. So, how Now, would you change your answer? Does that anything change for you? Right? Dang it, budget. I agree. Excuse me. I agree. Thanksgiving should. Why is it on a weird? It's on a Thursday. Why did they do that? I don't understand. I feel like if it's not a birthday or something that is specifically on a particular day, why can't we just put it where it would make the most sense, which would be like at least a Friday. I don't know. So yes, I agree with you on that. Although well, it depends. We should get the Thursday and the Friday off, and then just have a 4-day weekend. See, if we had that, but then a lot of people have to work that Friday, so that ruins it. So if they can't make it so that people are off on Friday, then yeah, I want Thanksgiving on Friday. See, all right. Anyway, y'all, yeah, I totally agree. I wish that certain things were different with the holidays in our country in the U.S. Like I don't get it. I don't get it. Totally with y'all. All right. Yes, I want you guys to think about how your answers to those questions would be different now that you're thinking about all the other stuff you have to do this week, and also maybe thinking about maybe your priorities are different now. They've changed so much over the past hour. Think about that. All right, I'm gonna give you another 5 minutes of that. Yes. All right. Oh, what did I want? You work on Thanksgiving night? See? No. Yeah, that should. I feel like all businesses should be closed on Thanksgiving. Just everything. Hmm. You need one holiday where just everything's closed. And I think it should be Thanksgiving. All right. We have a minute and 75 seconds left. Oh my gosh. No. No. Yes, that was a beautiful 5 minutes. You guys, we're getting through this time together. I love it. All right, beautiful. So how did that time, or how did thinking about it a little bit in more detail change what you think your priority should be for the week? Because sometimes that happens. I'll write some things down and then I say, it'll change that quickly. Like, really? Do I want that? So I wanted to, give you a chance to update that. If your brain is anything like mine. Um, and so yes, I hope that was helpful. And all right, I see in the comments. Oh my gosh, so Megals is. I love this. But I do not like that you must start your workday at 3:30 a.m. So yes, I can imagine what Thanksgiving must be like. First of all, I'm sure you're much more busy around that time of year, and also just having to accommodate that schedule while probably being very full and tired from Thanksgiving. So yeah, oh, I'm sorry. Well, I'm sure that overall you enjoy being a baker. It sounds awesome, but I know that sounds very challenging. So I'm sorry, no. Uh, but yeah, Thanksgiving. I think it should be. We should make. I don't know what we could do. Just like either move it to the weekend or just something, and let everyone have that Friday or Saturday off or whatever. I don't know. Cause yeah, like people can enjoy it. And that's the point. It's Thanksgiving. It's the best holiday. I love Thanksgiving. It's my favorite. All right. Um, so now I'm gonna give all of us a 10-minute break. I hope you stay tuned. I need to set up my camera so that I can do my weekly spread overhead view shot viewing so that you can see me set that up for the week. I didn't show you last week, so I can show you that really quickly. Now that it's all filled in, is there anything I need to cover up? No. Okay. Yeah, so last week's quote of the week was the the airplane takes off against the wind, not with it. So, something to think about. Sometimes you need that push in order to fly. All right, just stop. Okay, yeah. All right, you guys. I'm gonna give you and myself 10 minutes in order to set up my camera and get a warm beverage. Probably not coffee. I don't even want caffeine. And I'll be back. All right. Get your notebooks, get your pens, get something to drink, feel good, and I will see you in 10 minutes. She's back. Yeah. All right. Wait. Let me do this. Yay. All right. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Give me a thumbs up in the chat, cause I don't. Sometimes I get so self-conscious. Okay. And then one thing that I never seem to remember to do is, there we go. All right, I got my extra camera. We're back. Hey, all right. Okay, you guys. Hello, we're back from our 10-minute break. We are getting through this morning. We're going to make this coming week just spectacular. And I did end up getting some coffee, which I said I wasn't going to do. But I wanted to show you guys. Ooh, don't put it too close to my computer, though. But I wanted to show you guys this mug. So one of the beautiful things about house sitting is that I get to see people's coffee mug collections, and some of them are quite fascinating. And this is from the movie Office Space, which I think about on a daily basis when I work. And I almost had this mug during a work meeting, and then I was like, oh God, put it down. Like, I don't want them to think that this is my mug, and that's how I feel. But, you know, I didn't disagree. Let's say that. So yes, I love that mug, and I was happy to use it and happy to get some more coffee. All right, you guys. Anyway, here is my weekly spread from last week. I am going to set up my new one for this coming week. Let me get rid of this slide. We don't need that. So yes, I'm gonna work on my weekly spread, if you can see it here in the camera, and you can also do the same. I would love it if you would journal along with me if you have your weekly spread that you're working on. But if you don't want to do that, I also have some journaling prompts for you if you just feel like writing. And or you can just be feeding your cat and watching TV and have me off on to the side. As long as you're watching, as long as you're here, it's all good. So take your notebook. If you join me in the first half of our session today, hopefully you have a lot of things written down from the journaling prompts I gave you. So I want you to take those things, and I want you to either highlight or underline anything that may jump out at you that you want to. I keep looking at this like, am I giving any names or anything? No, you're good. So take your notebook or your journal and highlight or underline anything that jumps out at you, and you are going to add that to your planner, your Google Calendar, whatever it is, for the coming week. So yes, that was the purpose of all that. I didn't just make you write all that for nothing. And I'm going to give you 2 minutes. All right. Yeah. Ah. I was like, where are my highlighters? I gotta highlight my stuff. Voila. All right. So I hope. Um, is anyone you? What highlighters? If you have highlighters, what are you using? What are you things that you're using right now? What do you? I have my Sharpie markers, and I have my mild liners here that I've been using for about a year now, I think, and I really like them. So what tools are we using? Yes. Oh, you guys in the chat. All right. So, yes. Ah, yeah, budgeting mama. 8 p.m. Girlfriend. Yes, I know that it's just difficult to be able to do all the things outside of work when you have the non-traditional work schedule. So I feel you on that. It's just, you have to, there's a lot of planning involved and a lot of kind of coordination with other people because you're just not on the same schedule as everybody else, and it just, so I get it. So yeah, that girl. So I know you know about planning. You know about planning. Yes. And then, oh, yeah, Miss Ellen. Oh, well, that is, ooh, girl. What? Oh, getting up so early, people. Oh my gosh. Oh man, 3:30. Well, I've been trying to stay on East Coast time in California, so I'm looking at the clock right now. It's 8:38 here, so I have to think. Oh yeah, it's 11:30 in Cincinnati. And it just yes. Every time I look at a clock here, I have to add 3 hours and think about. So it makes me think about my bedtimes too, because I'm like, oh well, it's 8 o'clock here, but that means it's like 11. It's way past my bedtime in Cincinnati. So it's weird. It's so weird. Uh, so yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Ellen. Yeah, sleep schedules. Just when it's good, it's good. When it's and but if it's not, it just it affects everything else and your moods and the way you eat, everything. So yeah. Oh man, I'm sorry. No. Yeah. Well, I'm happy. Yes. Wait. I want to get Miss Budgeting Mama's comment too. Yes, I'm sorry to hear that, Ellen. No, I don't want that for you. Um, and yes, I was happy to see you as well, Miss Ellen. Oh, thank you. And I'm happy that you're here. I can't believe you woke up that early. But yay! Yeah, yeah, it is. Waking up early is it's not our friend, and we don't like it. But thank you, and I'm happy to see you this morning too. I'm happy, that we're all here together. All right, and then Miss Ellen, she got some mild lighters. She got all the different colors. Yeah, I do like mild light. I didn't like them at first. Yeah, no, I didn't like them at first because they're. I'm used to the very aggressive colors of like a Sharpie highlighter that I grew up with and that I used in school. But I like these. They're very the colors are more soft, and I like I like the coverage that they give. I think it's they're higher quality. You can tell than just getting. Uh, Even though I like my Sharpie markers, I don't the Sharpie highlighters. I've abandoned. So yes. Okay, so all right. So Miss Ellen, yeah, that's good. Okay. So sleep schedule, at least not affecting work so much. So that is very good. That is very good to hear. And I like your emojis, by the way. Yes, I'm loving it. All right. So very good. All right, you guys. So I hope that you now have a little bit more clarity about how you are going to just freaking attack this week. Yeah. Just make this week your best friend. All right. So I was thinking, I've been, well, I didn't come up with this. Okay, so let me backtrack. Mark Manson, who wrote the book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a um, he does a lot of things. He didn't just write that book. He actually has, I believe, at least one other book as well that I have not read, but I do read his newsletter. He has a wonderful newsletter that he puts out, I want to say twice a week. So I would definitely recommend that. If you just like that kind of thing, he's I believe he is a psychologist as well, and he just speaks a lot about mental health things. He has journaling prompts in his newsletter, and yeah, he talks a lot to his audience about just different things about life, and I enjoy it. So yeah. Anyway, he had a newsletter a few days ago talking about the thinking brain versus the feeling brain. And about 2 weeks ago, I realized that yes, I definitely have another, I don't want to say voice, personality, that sounds bad. I definitely have a voice that controls things sometimes, and I've named her the baby. It's very simple. It's definitely a 2 year old child who's just very, she's a hedonist. She just wants pleasurable things all the time. She wants the ice cream. She wants, she doesn't want to work. She wants to sleep in. She wants she wants to do all of the good, fun things. And if I'm doing anything that is boring, that is unpleasant, then she will be the first one to tell me, "Hey, put that down. Stop doing that." And so I'm trying to think of ways to ignore the baby, or just not make her so big of a part of my decision making process. Because I know there have been times in my life when I've just thought about when I've let this baby, kind of rule what I was doing. So yeah, seeing this email and Mark Manson talking about all the thinking brain, that's what that is. It's like, okay, the feeling brain are things that are designed to, biologically keep you safe, of course. And then the thinking brain is your reasoning, your ability to learn, your ability to follow direction, things like that. So yes, which one do you think is in the driver's seat for you most of the time? Do you think it's the thinking brain? Do you think it's the feeling brain? Yeah, do you have a baby like sitting on your shoulder right there, like, "Hey, don't, this is boring. I don't want to do this anymore." And then it just starts crying because, have you ever been so bored that you've been like reduced to tears? I have. So that might be the baby inside of you coming out. I don't know. So while you're thinking about that, I'm going to get started on my weekly spread. I'm not trying to show you what's in my journal. Okay. And yes. All right. Can you see my screen? Kind of all this camera. This is kind of. Oh, all right. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So, how can I? And then, so yeah, just think about how you've maybe had impulsive decisions in your life, or maybe decisions that were kind of cold and calculating. That might be the thinking side of you. I don't know. But yeah, just think about who is running the show in your mind. And I'm going to get started on my weekly spread. And I'm not judging either. Like, sometimes, of course, having the more fun, emotional side of you is a good thing. So each one has their own time and place, and that's something that Mark Manson mentioned as well. Like, it's not necessarily a bad thing to have the feeling brain. Or actually, I think the point was that the feeling brain does run the show. It's just that the thinking brain has to uh, keep the feeling brain in check sometimes. All right. Okay. 5 minutes. I'm saying too much. established with needs. I'm all out of the frame. I'm sorry, you guys. Okay. Very good. Yes. That is it. I know that title is so we're talking about the book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving Up, by Mark Manson. And yeah, the title is probably not the best. I mean, I understand why he chose that title, and of course, it's very attention getting. But yeah, uh, it doesn't let you know how serious the book is, maybe, and it doesn't do. I felt it was a very informative. It's been a while since I've read it, so bear with me. But yeah, I felt it was a very good book. I'll just say that I gave it 2 thumbs up. And yes, it is. It is a lot more. It's not all broy, and there isn't a lot of cursing and all of that. I don't remember really much of any cursing at all inside the book. So if that makes you feel better as well, because sometimes, yeah, you don't want to read all that. But yeah, I felt it was very good. Just talking about, yeah, basically not worrying so much about um, other people's thoughts and not, just starting to live your life for yourself. So I recommend if you can find it. Of course you can because it's a very popular book. Definitely check it out. I felt it was a very good read. All right, so yeah. And his newsletter, I've been following it for a while, and he always has really good insights. All right, y'all. So yeah, what is ruling your life? We got the thinking brain. We got the feeling brain. uh, um, so who is running the show when it comes to especially important decisions in your life? Yeah, I want you to kind of ponder that this week. All right. Yes. So I want to give you some more journaling prompts. What recent decisions have I made that were impulsive, that were probably so being led by your feeling brain versus, more so than your thinking brain? I think both are always involved in some way. And what was the result of that? And then when have I felt this way before? And what was the situation? So in journaling, yes, I'm always about like trying to figure out those patterns in life, and when we are feeling a certain type of way, what kind of decisions do we make based off of that? And yeah, how do we react? I gotta fix myself. All right, so I want us to think about that. All right, so I'm gonna give us another 5 minutes to think about how emotions have played a part in our decision making. You know what I'm saying? All right, 5 minutes. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we have a minute and 32 seconds left in our journaling. Baby, yes. I keep getting out of this little square here. Okay. So yeah. What are some weird impulsive decisions that you made? And they don't always have to be large, life changing decisions, but probably things that were destructive in some way, or yeah, something that may have kept you from accomplishing a larger goal. So what are those things, and when have you done similar things in the past, and how did you feel? What were your emotions leading up to those decisions? Hmm. Hmm. All right. So now I'm gonna move on here. Uh, all right. Oop. I'm gonna get it together with my setup and my this camera arm thing. Here, I'm gonna show you real quick. Uh, I got here to Sacramento, and I brought the camera arm thing on the plane. I didn't check luggage. I checked I took my bags with me and carry on, and I thought for sure that I was going to get stopped by TSA, and they were just going to be like, "Oh my gosh, what is all this equipment? You got two laptops. You have your work laptop. You got your personal laptop. You got this arm thingy. You got." Like just all these cables and stuff. Like, what are you doing? So I thought for sure they were going to stop me for that, and I was just like bracing myself. And then they did stop me, but the reason they stopped, they didn't care about any of this stuff. They didn't ask me about any of it. And what they asked me about is I had a Ziploc baggie full of coffee grounds, and they were like, "Oh, it's a powder. Oh my gosh!" So they had to test it, and that took like almost 10 minutes, and I'm like, damn it, I almost missed my flight because the line was so long. Like, it was just zigzaggy line, and I'm thinking, oh yeah, I could just get there like an hour before. I was there in a good amount of time, like for a normal, that a normal person would get there. I just didn't know that there would be so many people, and then they stopped me because I brought my own coffee. So take that as a lesson as we go into the holiday travel season. Don't bring coffee with you, I guess, and don't worry so much about your electronics. Anyway, your next journaling prompts are what physical sensations did I feel when I made. So, before we were talking about just your emotional state when you made crazy decisions. Now I want you to focus on like how did you feel? Did you start to feel shortness of breath? Like not heart attack symptoms, but did you start to just not breathe as deeply? Did you start to just feel that angry feeling? Like when I am extremely angry, I just like my thoughts are blocked. It's so weird. Like I can't. Yeah. So I don't know how to describe it, but did you feel that? And also, what emotions was I trying to avoid or escape from when I made these impulsive decisions? So I'll give you 5 minutes to think about that. All right, y'all. Okay, we've got about a minute left for these journaling prompts. Very good, you guys. All right. Uh, Very good. Okay, so I didn't realize how far we had gotten in terms of time, so I apologize. Normally, I do not run into the third hour, so I'm gonna just move on here. All right, I had for some reason I had like all these prompts, and I think there was a lot more discussion this time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and give you these last prompts, but I'm not going to. I will let you do this on your own when you have a few moments by yourself to be able to journal some more. So, yes, what were those physical sensations did I feel when I made my decisions, and what emotions I trying to escape from? Just did those. Okay, what can I say to myself to calm my inner baby? So when you have that child, that baby inside of you who just wants to have an ice cream and a nap, and you're trying to work on a spreadsheet or something, something adult. What can you say to yourself in that moment to calm? I mean, I'm not saying eliminate this voice, but just at least make it happier so that you can get on with your work or whatever it is that you would like to do. So yeah, what is something that you can say to yourself? I usually say not now, not now, and just kind of push the baby to the side for a moment. Doesn't always work, but it's something. I just started to recognize that that voice is there. So, and another question you might ask yourself is, how did my feelings help me make a wise decision, not not they're not all foolish and impulsive. So and what physical sensations did I feel when I made those decisions? Yes. All right, I'm going to leave you with some time to brain dump on this one, which I always want to do for my live streams and just in my videos in general, which is, what do you want? All right, and I will finish making my weekly spread here, and then I will show you, and then I will thank you all for hanging in there with me. I know this is, we've been here a while together, so I will give you, let's do 3 minutes just to wrap it up, and then we will enjoy the rest of our Sundays. All right, what do you want? What do you want for dinner? What do you want for your life? What do you want to say to your boss? Okay. Yes. All right, you guys. Yes, we made it through this 2 hours plus of journaling. All right, I want to, first off, I'm going to close this screen. You all have been so patient and good and kind to me, and I appreciate it. All right, I want to show you. Get rid of that. We don't care. Let's show you my weekly spread. See what I did. All right, let's look at this for a second. Get rid of that. We don't care. All right. So yes, we have Sunday. I'll put a heart here to remind myself to do some self-care of some kind, and to probably do my hair and a face mask or something. And then our intention of the week is I intend to find ways to keep the baby happy, but not let her completely run the show. It's important. I need to. It's important to keep my feelings in mind when I make decisions, but I can't sacrifice progress for comfort. All right, and then here is a quote that I just googled. All right, fill your brain with giant dreams so it has no space for petty pursuits. And that is Robin S. Sharma, who wrote something it was the 5 a.m. something. Yes, I did read that book. Dang it. So I just found this quote. I don't know. But yes, Robin S. Sharma. Google that person. All right. I'm gonna head on out. But yes, this is my weekly spread. This is what keeps me kind of organized over the week. And then I left this space here. This is kind of for different special projects that I'm working on. So last week I was taking a course and I was like, okay, get through these modules. Well, I finished the course, so I'm probably going to start another course and put that there. That's my project that I'm working on. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're still here, I can't see who's still here. Give me a thumbs up if you're still here. Ellen, let's see, Budgeting Mama, are you still here? All right, Megals, who's with me? Anyway, y'all, Nestor, no Nestor. All right, y'all have been wonderful. I thank you all. I thank you for your insights, for sharing everything that you have learned over the weeks, and just making sure that we keep each other accountable, keep each other organized and ready for the weeks. So I send you a virtual hug, and I will be back next week in the same spot. And I hope you have just the best week possible for the last week of October. All right, get some candy if you celebrate Halloween. Get some candy, put a costume on. It could be stupid. We don't care. All right, love you guys. All right, I give you an upside down wave. Goodbye. Have a good week.